So 1 year update since I quit my job at JP Morgan to pursue entrepreneurship. I'll take you through my mindset at the start and we'll build from there. So why did I decide to leave? It was a normal corporate job. I used to wake up at 11, go to work by 12, stay till 9, come back home, and then, I don't know, waste my time. And this had started to feel very draining. I felt like I could do a lot more. That, this was not it. And I always really believed I could do a lot, but then as it had been 2 years since I'd been doing the job and not much had changed in my life, and I had already explored what being an adult felt like. And then I thought that anything is better than this. I will learn more, I will do something, but anything has to be better than this. So I thought I'll leave, I'll explore, and I really don't know what I had in my mind. I also thought that I'll build something and all, but I was not very serious in that sense that I'll build some product. It was also more of key, I'll explore and see. So I took the decision to leave. I had also changed my flat back then. I used to live with a couple of friends and it was really hard to separate, but I really believe that you need to have the right environment to do anything. And that environment, it had a lot of parties all the time. And I didn't think that if I wanted to do something different, I could achieve it there. So it was a hard separation, but I did that as well. And yeah, then I quit. So what did I do when I quit? So I did what basically my brain was programmed to do. I come from a family where people study a lot. They're very educated. Most of them are doctors. So, it's seen like that education is a virtue, studying is a virtue. So I started to study. I studied probability and statistics from this, it's very good website actually, Math Academy. And that was good. That was something I always felt like I did not really dedicate much effort to in college. Uh, and I all felt like probability is the foundation for all rational thinking. So I studied that, but yeah, and I had also decided that I'll write because somewhere on Twitter, which was most of where I used to get some heavy thoughts from that, okay, this is a good thought that, writing is thinking. So I thought I'll write something. So I started writing these long articles on Substack. It used to take me 2 weeks to write one article, along with which I used to study for like 3-4 hours every day. And that's what I did for 2 months. I wrote 8 articles, I think, and I studied, or rather solved, over 100 or 150 hours of probability and statistics. And then I was lost. Now what do I do? I have achieved this. So I had some vague notion that I suffer from procrastination, or at least I used to. So I'll build something to solve that. And I sat down to build, and I realized I had no clue what I wanted to do. I made some mock-ups and all, and then I kind of gave up that, okay, this is not what I want to do. So then I was in full confusion mode. Ki, ab kya kare? Because I'm lost. I honestly quit with no plan, just a belief and backing that given the situation, I'll make a right move and may do that several times and you end up in a place where you want to be. That was it. It was kind of stupid, but maybe it will be worth it. Let's find out. Yeah, so I was lost. So then I really thought about what career I should do. I did not want to go back to the corporate finance sort of career which I was in. And before that also, like I had been studying to, because I thought I'll switch to data science or something. I'd studied a bit for that before I decided to take this plunge that, okay, just leave because we are young and we'll figure it out. But then I thought that, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm not a technical person. So I started studying about marketing. I started reaching out to people, applying. I talked to a few people who were in marketing. People were nice. They tried to cold outreach as well. Gave 1-2 interviews. And while all this was happening, with my friend, we had an idea that the number one problem we face is bad food. We need healthy food. So what if there was this healthy food restaurant? And somehow we had found out about overnight oats. We prepared them, we liked them, and then we thought we'll open a restaurant for them. And we did it. We actually just executed. I don't know how and why, or how that just ball started rolling, but we did. We prepared the menus, we found out packaging, we thought about how the brand should be. We launched it. It was called O2Ya, and we called it O2Ya by Clean Crave because we had this thing that, okay, Clean Crave, and we'll make all sorts of clean food. We are starting with this. And that cloud kitchen was really good. I mean, we didn't get any orders at the start. Obviously, it's just listed on Swiggy and Zomato. So how will you get orders? But slowly they started coming, and we actually started going out on the roads, putting up flyers everywhere. asking quick commerce delivery boys to take our flyers, put up a lot of marketing, and we found out none of that works. So we started reaching out to offline restaurants to explore partnerships. And then randomly in one of those restaurants, there was a guy who used to cook under my house, whose shop was under my first house in Bangalore. And he recognized me, I recognized him. And no partnership came from that, but he told me about a sports academy, which was near where I live, which is Sarjapur Road. And that, it's a big academy and he knows the CEO, so he gave me the number. I reached out to him. No response, nothing. But then my friend and I, we decided that let's just go there. We went there, we got a meeting with the event coordinator somehow, and 36 hours from the day of an event, she said, okay, you guys come and you serve your oats. And we are now what, 2 3 weeks into building and we don't know shit. So if, then it was blind mayhem. Like we went and bought cutlery, we got a banner printed, we bought a blackboard so we could write our menu and show it to people. We had to plan for like 50 100 people to eat, and we had to find out how we can even preserve an apple for one day after cutting it. It was, I think, dipping in salt vinegar something. Still cutting fruits because the stall is tomorrow and we just had like 24 hours notice and it's our first stall. So we arranged all of that as well. If you can see our poster, blackboard. We peeled so many pomegranates. We didn't sleep before the event. 7 p.m. Thursday, we got to know. 7 a.m. Saturday, we were there. And we even visited the academy in between because our point of contact was not responding. So we just had to go there and, figure things out, that where will we be? How many people should we cater for? All those questions which we hadn't even expected to ask when we walked in the first time. And that event was amazing. It's the best memory we have of the restaurant. It was so much fun. There mostly it was children who go for swimming and their parents. They really loved us. In fact, the academy called us back the next day, this time for free. The first day they had taken something like 2,000 rupees for us to set up, and we sold out on both days. And since we have shut the restaurant since then, a little bit of spoiler, but they have still called us 4 5 times since then that will you guys come back? Will you come back? Even though they know we are closed. So it was that good. And yeah, after that, we continued our online cloud kitchen. By the way, which was operating from here where I'm sitting. This my flat. We were operating from right here. And we had some crazy customers who some of them were like obsessed. This one woman, she used to order like 3 4 a day every day. I mean, it's very good. We really liked her. But then, another academy also we approached. We had a catering there, but we were starting to get this feeling that most of the time we are running around doing manual labor and we're not thinking much, we're not growing much. Like going out for marketing, going to the academies, that was a challenge, right? It was new. We were using our brains, we were stepping out of our comfort zone, but slowly it was clear to us what the next step would be. We had to open offline or we had to hire somebody and somehow scale, and we understood that it's a long process, it's a long thing. So do we want to do this for the next 5 to 10 years? Is there way too much laborious things for us right now rather than intellectual, which is sort of a preference for me. So we thought, okay, let's shut it down. I mean, the business was fine. In fact, because of the academy event, overall we broke even, like even with Swiggy, Zomato commissions and everything we bought. And so yeah, we shut it down, and maybe someday when we have a lot of capital, it might restart. But that's for the future. After that, the video is getting very long, I think. So this is the first part. And I'll continue with the rest of the story in the second part. What happened next? What did we do after OTR shut down? And what am I doing now?